This fight potentially puts you, as a mandatory for Lomachenko's WBC belt now. I mean, there's been a lot of talk about his plans at lightweight. What are your thoughts on the current situation, how things are unfolding at the moment?
I really don't know how everything is going to play out after this fight as far as, a world title shot or not. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fight Lomachenko or how is it going to play out. But I am taking this fight like it is a world title within itself because, with the winner with this can, maybe fight for a world title or be right there and wait it out. We don't know where this fight will take us. So I'm training for this and preparing for this like I'm fighting Lomachenko or any of the other world champions.
Let's talk about that. I'm very high on Devin Haney. The issue is he's saying that he's not sure how long he can stay at 135 pounds. He's supposed to be, he is going to be this Friday over on the DAZN, September the 13th, fighting this guy, Zaur Abdullaev, 11-0 with 7 KOs. He's 25 years old, Russian fighter. I covered him when he fought Hank Lundy 2 fights ago. Fundamentally somewhat sound. He does have that, Eastern European style. And in my opinion, Devin Haney shouldn't have any issues with him. But you never know in boxing today. Let's go look at Devin Haney's resume real quick, because if he wins, he is going to be the mandatory WBC Interim Champion for current WBC, WBA Super World, WBO champion Vasyl Lomachenko. And also, he's supposed to be, they're already looking ahead to the future. He's supposed to be returning on the undercard along with Billy Joe Saunders of KSI versus Logan Paul, which is going to have huge international exposure. So here's his fight. Zaur Abdullaev is fighting this Friday. Antonio Moran. Remember, he brutally beat him the fuck up. We're going to be talking more about that fight and talking more in detail about this entire card here when I do my stream for the final press conference, which is going to be at 2 p.m. Eastern today, September the 11th, 2019. I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. So basically, there's nothing there on his resume to look at. Zaur Abdullaev is supposed to be a bigger test, but looking at his resume, is going to be, from my understanding, depending on how you look at Mason Menard. But in my understanding, from what I've seen, Zaur Abdullaev is better skilled than these fighters on Devin Haney's resume and would beat those fighters on his resume, in my opinion. And I've been watching Zaur Abdullaev fights. So to look at the rankings, let me break it down for you in some detail to let you know how significant and big the 135-pound division is right now. And I'm hoping that Devin Haney's able to stay in it to be able to get the big fights. If he were to win, he's going to be WBC Interim Champion. As you can see, Lomachenko has 3 of the belts. You have, I forgot who they say Robert Easter's supposed to be fighting. I forgot who they say he's supposed to be fighting. Well, anyway, you have Teofimo Lopez, who's supposed to be taking on Richard Commey December the 14th on the undercard of Terrence Crawford versus Aglidas Kavalauskas December the 14th. And if you look, Loma just fought a couple of weeks ago, August the 31st. So you would think that he would at least want to fight by January, because if Lopez and Commey are fighting in December, then that means Lomachenko wouldn't be able to get that winner until maybe April, earliest March, maybe April, May. So you would think that Lomachenko can get one more fight in before he pursues undisputed, right? Could that next fight be Devin Haney? Let's listen into a little more of this Matchroom interview. Matchroom has really been stepping their game up on their digital marketing and their YouTube pages. A lot of valuable content they've been putting out. Let's listen in. Please subscribe.
So there's been a bit of conversation around, whether or not you're ready for this fight against Lomachenko, and he said that there's not a possibility of you fighting him even in 2020 if you win this fight. How do you respond to that and comments that you might be a little bit inexperienced in that department?
It's just, I laugh at it that, Bob Arum is picking every opponent, everyone to fight Lomachenko but me. But it just shows me that I'm doing something right. And if I don't get to fight Lomachenko in, my career, it's fine. I don't need Lomachenko. Lomachenko doesn't make or break me. It's okay. You know, my time has come. I'm only 20 years old. I have, you know, a long road ahead of me, and I'm okay if I don't get the chance to fight Lomachenko. Of course, I would love to, but if I don't, that's okay.
Where do you feel like you are at the moment in your career in terms of fighting for a world title? Do you feel you're completely ready for that?
I feel like I'm completely ready for a world title shot. I'm at the breaking point in my career where it's everything is about to take off. After this fight, it's either I'm going to be fighting for a world title or I'm not, but I will be up there, you know, with those top guys. My name will be mentioned with every top guy, you know, in my weight class. Whatever.
I sincerely hope that the WBC doesn't make Lomachenko a franchise champion. You know, that's dangerous, man. You know, I don't want, you know, I mean, I can understand Canelo. You know, I can understand, you know, because he's been, you know, a reigning now, you know, WBC, but whatever, he is there, but not Lomachenko, not yet. You know, let him defend it a couple of times before you make him, you know, but it's just dangerous because I have a feeling that even though, you know, Bob Arum and Eddie Hearn, they may throw jabs at each other, they still work together for fights. They don't let that get in the way. But for some reason, I think that the WBC is going to elevate because Bob Arum already mentioned it. So you can't tell me he hasn't been in the ear of WBC Mauricio Sulaiman like, hey, you know, if you want our money, then, you know, you got to make him because you made Canelo, you know, franchise champion, and then Devin Haney being elevated to real champion, full champion. But then that would put a lock on things because Lomachenko can't be franchise champion. He may be able to be franchise WBC champion, but he won't be able to stop Devin Haney or other fighters from wanting to unify. It's weird. It's weird. So what happens when a Devin Haney, if he wins against Zaur Abdullaev, say, okay, well, I want to unify with the WBA, and they put pressure on the WBA or the you know, it's weird, but he's saying that, you know, he's not going to stick around and wait for all that bullshit. You know, I want to see the fight, but this is what boxing has always been. You know, now the ball's going to be in Lomachenko's court because in a perfect world for me as a boxing fan, I would love to see Lomachenko fight the winner of Richard Commey versus Teofimo Lopez. But in between that, I would like to see him fight Devin Haney if Devin Haney wins. That'd be an excellent run from Luke Campbell to Devin Haney to Richard Commey, Teofimo Lopez. That'll be fucking amazing. Unless somebody like a Mikey Garcia step in or they do a Tank Davis. You know, if they don't do it, I mean, I don't see why. You know, but then again, they can even throw Miguel Burchelt up in there, man. You know, they have other fights they can put on before they give Devin Haney a shot. And I just hope they don't go. I hope they don't go that route. But you know, if they can make you know, Lomachenko versus Commey or Teofimo Lopez, it's going to be a bigger fight. It's politics, man. I'm going to be covering this whole card. Not the whole card, but, you know, like, there's going to be several post-fight videos. Here, let's go talk about it real quick. Let you know what fights I'm going to be covering. Obviously, Devin Haney versus Zaur Abdullaev. Heather Hardy versus Amanda Serrano. Michael Hunter versus Sergey Kuzma. I'm looking forward to that. And Marijan Akhmadaliev versus Werner Soto. There's supposed to be Danny Roman. This card was stacked. Still kind of stacked, but I really wish Danny Roman didn't get injured. Darren Cunningham versus a guy who's 18, 24, and 5. Oh, shit. Prospect Raymond Ford. This is going to be on Friday night on the DAZN. And then Saturday night, remember, we got Fury versus Wallin. And we also have on the DAZN, that's going to be on ESPN Plus. And then on the DAZN, we're going to have Jaime Munguia versus Patrick Galati. And any day now, right now it's the 11th, 9:14 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Canelo versus Kovalev can be announced. I wouldn't be surprised if it's announced before the press conference for Munguia versus Galati so they can use the DAZN to build up the fight this weekend when they broadcast. I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. Please subscribe. Link to our website and the rankings are right down below in the description box. Visit our merch store. We're going into phase 2 soon. Also, podcast is on the way. Call-ins for the live show and the post-fight show is returning after I work out just a few more kinks. Please subscribe.